Finally. I have talked about every single bit of TDX lore and I can finally retire after 7 long episodes. Wait, what? No! Hello Internet, and welcome to a TDX X Tower Battles theory, and today we have a lot of lore to cover, so sit back, relax, and get yourself some snacks. So, in the new TDX lobby, we can see many purple and black spikes on the ground which could resemble something Void would do, and we can also see the dark purple outside which fills the entire area. It also seems like a black orb has appeared across the lobby, which came out of nowhere. Now, judging by the sky, it seems like the lobby resembles the Limbo map, wherein the sky is also the same with all the rocks floating around. On the Limbo map, we can also see a book with candles around it, which could suggest that somebody tried to summon this black orb, but I'm not too sure about this. Nevertheless, this could be a situation where Void's domain could be Limbo, like how Calamity's domain is Scorched Passage. Some evidence to support this is that Void's meteor attack also resembles the meteor rocks in the sky of the Limbo map. So, us as the commander are tasked to ride the helicopter, presumably, into this black orb, which probably transports us into the Tower Battles maps, as each of the maps also have a black orb in it which could serve as a gateway. Now, in one of my previous theories, I theorized that these black orbs could be time-traveling orbs or time-traveling portals, which could be the case as the Tower Battles event serves as a sort of prequel story to TDX. One thing to mention is that most of the Tower Battles maps have the GDA logo plastered over some of the areas, which means that the GDA did exist in the past during Void's reign. At the start, we are introduced to a character called the Commander, and not the Advisor this time. By the way, one thing to mention is that the Commander calls us Cadet, while the Advisor calls us Commander. Like usual, the Commander introduces us about defending the base and what to do, like what towers to place. But, on Wave 32, Commander mentions that he seems to not know about this quote-unquote another form of mystery, which we obviously know is a multiplier enemy, and the most important thing is that he mentions that Dr. Xenon didn't say anything about this. Now we know that Dr. Xenon did exist in the Tower Battles timeline of the story, but I am stuck between two thoughts. My thoughts are either 1, Dr. Xenon is working with the GDA in this time period and is giving out info to the Commander about how to counter these enemies, or 2, she is not with the GDA and is the one behind all these enemies. Now with that, let me explain my theory about what is going on. I think that Dr. Xenon at this time period is currently working with the GDA, but is secretly sabotaging their back by creating the multiplier enemy to give the zombies an upper hand, which the Commander obviously does not know about. In the Tower Battles Nightmare Mode version, the one giving out the dialogue this time is the Void himself, and he mentions that why bother fighting because he senses that the GDA is weak, and says that he spoke to quote-unquote her. And it is apparent that this her character is Dr. Xenon, and she has been working with the Void by telling him the GDA's weaknesses. To summarize it all, this story takes place somewhere in the past where Dr. Xenon is secretly working with the Void and the enemies behind the GDA's back. Well, that's it for this theory about the TDX X Tower Battles event, but there's still many unanswered questions, like why and how did the black orb send us to the past, or why was Dr. Xenon backstabbing the GDA? Maybe I'll make a follow-up theory soon, but with that, always remember my friends, that's just a theory. A TDX and Tower Battles theory. Thanks for watching.